Hello, data warriors. I hope you guys are doing well. So, I'm so excited today to announce that I've started Sigma Computing 6 months mastery series. So, in this playlist, Sigma Computing 6 months mastery series, so we are going to learn the Sigma Computing from fundamentals to advanced level. So these days, if you guys look at the trending of the market in data analytics, especially, Sigma computing is getting very popular. So after Power BI, I think the Sigma computing will going to rock this world with the BI in the BI reporting area. So that's the reason in the next few months we'll go deep into Sigma from the beginner concepts to real-time business scenarios, and also we'll cover interview questions. So guys, if you want to understand and learn and master Sigmas from scratch, so make sure you can subscribe to this channel and stick around so to just to uh, learn and understand about this Sigma computing series. So before that, what is Sigma computing? I will explain about what is Sigma computing and how the UI looks like. So this is a UI, and we can see home, my documents, workspace, templates. I'll explain each and every concept in this. But before that, let's understand what is Sigma computing. So it's basically a cloud-based intelligence platform and analytics platform, we say, and we can directly create and connect to a data warehouse, and we can visualize the views, and whatever the views you're visualizing in Excel, in Power BI, we can create the same views in Sigma as well. And it basically integrates well with Snowflake, Databricks, BigQuery, and without needing to write SQL, right? So directly you can import your tables from SQL into Sigma computing. You can start working around it. And in a moment we'll see how we can connect to Snowflake, and how we can pull the tables, and how we can actually create the views. That's we'll see in some time. So guys, what happens in the backend is in the real time. So whenever you try to execute or create any view, right, the Sigma computing automatically generates a SQL behind it, and it populates in the format of view, so that we can see that it's exactly replicates like an Excel. So basically, you can actually build data sets and dashboards and reports, and you can easily collaborate and share these sheets with your team as well. So this is a basic on what is Sigma computing. But let's dive in into UA part. So here you can see create new, home, my documents, workspaces, right? So let's start with create new. So when you click on create new, you can see workbook, data model, data set, write SQL. So these are the different features which Sigma offers to you. But today we'll discuss about the workbook first, and later videos, right? We have 6 months of time. So in the later videos, I'll be explaining about data model, data sets, how you can write actually SQL, and how you can use filters, parameters into your Sigma computing workbook. So let's start with workbook. So just click on the workbook here. You can see the options, right? So data, input, charts, controls, UI, and layout. So these are the different options you can see in the Sigma computing. For now, we'll focus on data, charts, and controls. Let's not go deep into all these things in this first session itself, because I don't want to make you more complex in the first session itself. So when you click on data, you can see table and pivot table, right? So here you can, if you want to create a small simple table, so anyway you have your data in your Snowflake, and you want to import that table into your Sigma computing, and you can click on table here, so that you can actually connect to your Snowflake. And here you can create charts. So these are the different charts which Sigma computing offers: bar chart, line chart, combo, area, scatter. So first thing, you have to understand your business and what are the views your business is expecting. You can create them by connecting to different data sources. And these are the control elements like filter, right? You want to filter using some text inputs and date formats and number inputs, number ranges. You can use this control. And don't worry guys, I'm just going a little bit fast because this is the first session, and I'll be explaining you each and every control, each and every chart, input, UI, layout in coming sessions. But as of today, like when let's focus on creating a table, a small table. How can we create a table in Sigma computing from different data source? Let's say I have my data source in Snowflake. So obviously you need to have the connection between Sigma computing and Snowflake. Once you have that connection, come here and just click on table. So when you click on the table, you can see the different options: SQL, joins, unions, transpose. So SQL is used to actually create a SQL on your table, and joins, if you want to create joins between couple of tables, you can use this. And union, like if you want to just combine both the tables from top to bottom, you can use union. And transpose, like simple, if you want to just transpose your table to rows and columns to rows, you can use transpose option. But let's focus on SQL for now, and I'm selecting like sigma sample database, right? So you have Snowflake. When you register with Snowflake, right, you'll get the sigma sample database, and you can see different databases as well, applications, examples, finance, fund, healthcare, life sciences. So let's open any schema here. So when you click on the Snowflake, right, this sigma sample database, you can see all the databases, and you can see schemas, and under the schemas you can see the list of tables. So if you want to view the table in sigma, you can come here, and maybe I want to see weather, right? So weather, you can click on three dots here, and you can see the place name in SQL. So here you can see fun.bikes.weather. So fun is your basically a database, your schema, and then you get weather. So sigma computing follows similar SQL structure like Snowflake. So you can simply select star from your table, right? So when you click on run here, and getting run, yes, you can see 3665 rows are there and 24 columns are there in this table. So you can see the entire table got populated here, and this is your first table which you actually pulled from Snowflake. And you can see different options. This is a SQL toggle editor. When you click on the SQL, your entire SQL will go off. When you click on SQL again, you can see the SQL behind your query. So if you, this is a table, you can actually rename your table. So maybe we can rename it as my first table in sigma, and this is my first table in sigma. If you want to see the SQL behind the first table sigma, you can click here, right? And this is a filters option if you want to create any filter out of these columns. So there is no need for us to go back to Snowflake again and write the query there. If you don't have time, and you can simply see the data. If you want to see the data, you can click on plus symbol here. You can see all the events, zip code, and you can filter out the values. So let's say ABC events is there. I want to filter out with only rain. So these are the rain records. Let's say events are called rain, events or fog, and rain and fog. You can see 500 rows got filtered. And if you want to see all, you can simply click all here. So this is the filters option. You can apply any filters you want. How many filters you want on the table, you can apply here. And if you want, you can actually change the filter type to text match, top in, and go to column. So these are the different options we'll be exploring in a while. But yeah, maybe in the next video we'll say, because this is the first video and I want to make it very simple. And don't worry guys, will be going from beginner levels to advanced level in sigma computing. And trust me, as a data analyst, you must know the sigma computing, because most of the companies are asking this. Since this is a cloud warehouse tool where you can actually connect to Snowflake, so it will be helpful for us to know about this tool and apply for different jobs. And this is the filters option, and you can actually see the next to it, create a child element. If you want to create any chart out of this table, and table out of this table, and pivot table, and if you want any linked input table, you can do that. So most of the times you can use table and pivot table, maybe chart and pivot table. If you want to create any chart on this table, I can simply create. And if I want to create any pivot table out of this table, I can create. And this option actually lets me to maximize my table. I can see the entire table and SQL behind it. This will actually improve my readability. So yeah, that's to enlarge. And these three dots, if you can click it, you can export to this particular data to CSV, JSON, Excel, Google Sheets, and you can export, and you can send an email as well. And you can refresh data, comment, duplicate. So you have element source, view lineage, like what's the parent source, you can actually understand. And you can see advanced options as well, schedule, metallization, create, use. So yeah, we'll be discussing on a lot these options in coming lectures, but this is how we can actually create a table in sigma computing by linking, or we just write by writing basically a Snowflake query here. So let's start from fun bikes weather. So I think this is it for the first session guide. I know it's very simple, just to pull the Snowflake data into Sigma Computing. And for this, you need to have a connection between Sigma Computing and Snowflake. And let me know if you guys face any challenges. You can actually comment with your questions, I can address them. But this is how the Sigma Computing looks like, its UI. And we'll be focusing more on complex videos and advanced concepts in the next sessions. But stay tuned for the 6 months mastery series. And also we have Power BI 365 mastery series as well, like we'll be covering interview questions and real-time scenarios. So please, everyone, if you are new, you can subscribe to this channel and then stay tuned to these videos. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Bye. See you in the next session.